doing our first drop. We are in 16 feet, which, as you guys know, is my magic, my sweet spot, my Goldilocks spot. Alright. Keep an eye out. I haven't adjusted my fish finder, so we'll see if it's picking it up. Actually, we're at about 20 feet right here. So, a little deeper than I normally like to be. I thought it was at 16. It's close. I'm keeping an eye on my fish finder. Got a lot of particulates down there. Looks like it's probably tune those out a bit. Still, ice skatable, the whole lake. Lake is definitely ice skatable. Alright, here we come. We're about 16 feet right now. I'm coming up on 16. Something might be down off bottom. It's probably a perch. He's down there. Let's get it a little further down so we can get his attention. He's looking. Okay, we're down at his level. We should get a bite if he's interested in this bait. He's snooping. He's snooping. We should get a nibble. See if we can get him chase it a bit. We just sort of jig it just above him, just a few inches above him. See if we can't. We want to chase him down. He went back down. See if we can get his attention. I don't see him right now. So I'm at Lake of the Woods, Oregon right now. I am 200 yards from the swimming area, which, you don't swim right now, but to the right, if you're looking out at the lake from the marina, in front of the lodge, that's where I'm at, in my Pissy Fun tent. So if you guys are coming out, you know who's inside this tent. See if we can clean this up a bit. Yeah, there we go. It's about twice as clean on the radar. We'll pull it up about a foot. So now we're about a foot off the weed line. Actually, over here we probably have more of a rocky bed out here. So out here it's really good to catch some brown trout, some maybe, because I'm on the drop off right now, so we might catch a smallmouth bass or a largemouth bass. Kokanee salmon will hit right here. Not a whole lot of perch. We will get perch probably, but perch do like the vegetation more. Perch like vegetation more. but they'll migrate along the this area here. So. Do we got anybody on? Oh, hey, hey guys. Trudge and oh, who else we could? Boom. Cool. Yeah. Good morning, guys. Good morning. See if we can get some suspended fish. Sometimes we can catch some crappie out here too, but not usually in the morning. They are like an afternoon bite. But it's fun. Crappie is a good tasting fish too. We usually put them back. I mean, last time I kept the trout, gave them to somebody in the front office. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. We've picked up about 2 to 3 inches of ice since the last time I was out here. It's supposed to snow this week, so you know the ice skating rink will not be an ice skating rink. It'll just be covered in snow. So for all those locals that have ice skates, now's a good time to come out. I mean, that's good. I mean, nice thing about that, my sled is as light as a feather. You know, pulling your sled out here, it's like zero friction. When I fish suspended fish, I jerk it a little bit more. I jig it. And a little faster. Now, if I'm working the bottom, I jig it slower. It's just a different species of fish. So we are about 5 feet off bottom, 4 feet off bottom, and I'm giving it some stiff jerks on it, and that kind of gives the brings it to the attention of fish around. When I'm on bottom, you really don't have to do it quickly. Let's go to the bottom. Let it drop, drift down. You're on bottom, I think. Nice thing about rocky bottoms too, smallmouths. We have a spring not too far from here too, so, but it's a cold water spring, of course. But the nice thing about rocks emanate heat. And that's why the shoreline's always too dangerous. You got to be very, very careful stepping out on the lake. But by creating warmth, the water temperature is about a half a degree difference on a rocky bottom lake as opposed to a vegetated bottom lake. So it actually, that half a degree makes a difference in species. Believe it or not, they feel it. Now, bass are not cold water fish. They're deep, but we're on the drop off right here. They will come up to eat something and then head down before the freeze gets to them too much, because there's no vegetation. There's no food source down at 50 feet. So they'll come up to 20 or even 10 and grab a quick bite to eat, sort of like a drive-through, and then head down south to the deepers where they're sleeping for the winter. So sometimes you can catch them while they're coming up and when they're coming down. But they will stay close to the bottom near the rocks, just because that half a degree to a bass is really, really important. Very important. We're going to hear the lake moan. Well, I call it singing. We're very, very deep ice here, thick ice here, so we're safe. A lot of cracks around here, though. Tons of cracks. It's just stress fractures. So if you hear a thunder, the lake will not open up and swallow me. It may get my attention, but it won't do that. Not when we're this thick of ice. This thick of ice is crazy. So that's how thick the ice is right here. That's a good 8 inches. So from here to the end here. So that's where we are. About 8 inches of ice. 4 inches is safe to walk on, just FYI. 8 inches, you can actually drive a car on it. I don't recommend it. One thing about ice, it's not uniform. It's not uniform all the way across. So you'll get thinner ice and thicker ice, thinner ice, thicker ice. There's undulations underneath. Okay, we didn't get any attention down there, so we're going to pull it up a little bit, about 2 feet off bottom. Let's see if we can't. And basically, we're like last time. I wanted to figure out a recipe, so I'm using the same recipe: a red jig with a white minnow and tequila sunrise power bait. That recipe worked very well last week, so we're using it again. Okay, we got a fish. Fish is interested. He came up. Should bite any second. Here he is. He's on top of it. Oh, he's going back down. Come on, let's get his attention again. He went back down. Come on. I'm going to drop it another 6 inches. See if we can't tease him a bit. He's still down there. If that was a perch, he would have hit. So, something else. We will get brown trout at this depth, and salmon. It's a sockeye salmon, if you're curious what type of salmon. Landlocked. What many nickname it a kokanee. Or kokanee or sockeyes. Pull it up, see if we can't get his attention again. He came right up to it. see him. No movement on the bottom. He hiked it up. Let's see if we can get another fish's attention. Well, is there something around here? Moving it, letting it float down a foot or two. Just letting it drift a bit. There's a small current right here too. Hey, who else is here? Fishy, how you guys doing? Connery? Trudge. There's no wind right now, my friend. Zero wind. Look, zero wind. Sunny. It was 15 degrees when I was walking out here, so a little cool, but inside the tent, it's really warm, so I took the jacket off, one jacket off. It's warm inside these tents, so the sun hits it and it's just heats up your tent really quick. So everybody that thinks ice fishing is cold, when you have one of these, it ain't cold. Leave the door open. It would be a lot warmer if I had the door zipped closed. And I was smarter this time. I actually brought my other drill with a pilot bit. So when I put in the stakes, I did pilot holes. So much easier when I stake down my tent. So if it does get windy, we're still good. It was so much easier. I'm working the bait at 15 feet right now, 5 feet off bottom. We're at 20 feet right now. And again, we're on a drop off right here. So our drop off goes from about 12 feet down to 50 feet. 45 feet about right here. And so that drop off is right here. So we're working the upper lip of it is where we are. Here comes a fish. He's looking at it. He's coming up. He's coming up. He's on top. He's on top of it. Let's see. He's going back down. I think he hit it just really light, but he didn't hit the hook. He's still down there. He's heading down towards bottom. Let's see if we can chase him and get his attention again. We're going to like tag him, and then see if we can get his attention. Again, that's twice they've come up and looked at my bait. But they didn't hit it. It tells me I may have to change the recipe here. But they're looking at it. Now here he comes again. He's seeing it again. Oh, come on, he's just hovering off bottom. Okay, I'm going to stop jigging. Let's see if he'll come up to it. Dead stick. I'm going to draft it down towards bottom. Let's see if he's still there. would you get slower? See if that. Sometimes the fish just wants a different type of presentation to it. They seem to notice it higher. We're at 16 feet here, so they seem to notice it when it's a few feet off. But then they come up to it, but they're not hitting it. So we might try a different recipe. There's one fish just on the side of the cone. He's suspended off bottom. He's just sort of circling around it. Let's get your attention. Come to me. My bait fell off. I haven't checked it. I don't think so. I just had that little light hit, probably on the tail section of this thing. Nope, it's still in there. Just let it a full water column drop. Sometimes I'll do it too. There's 4, 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet, 11 feet, 13 feet, 14 feet, 15 feet, 16. We'll stop there. We'll see if that got somebody's attention down there. I'm the only one out here that I can see at the moment. It's Monday. But the ice is getting very thick. I didn't even spud bar it today. I was very cognizant of where I was stepping though. Especially walking onto the lake. Kind of scoot across that thin ice real quick. Losing my tackle. Man, it's pretty. There's no wind at all. They have flags in front of the marina and they're not even moving. ruined it all. But we're supposed to get a snowstorm this week, so it can do that now. Now that we've got a nice capped lake, now we can let it snow. Now what wind will do, it will not break up the ice. It'll just add to the thermal of it, and it'll just continue to freeze it. And try to remember how you're presenting it. So now I'm just quickly jerking 4 inches or so, and how many times to see if indeed I can get an attention. And if I don't, then I'll change the presentation a little bit. Then I'll pull it up slow and let it drop. And try to remember what you did when a fish actually does bite it. This way you can repeat and catch. Now I did bring another reel. This guy, it's an underspin. So I did bring this. We'll put this on this other rod that I got because, you know, I have it and I actually got it for ice fishing. I was going to sell it brand new. Brand new reel. Never been broken in. It has never caught a fish. Look, it's a reel. It's never caught a fish, right? But I love this set. This is my tickle sticking, my ice fishing reel. Making mine. Okay, we got a fish interested. Okay, he's coming up. He's coming up. I'm not going to even tug it. I'm just going to let him inspect it. Oh, there we go. We got him. Oh, yeah, he's just a perch. He's just a little guy. Oh, I lost him. I lost him right at the lip. Ay. All right. I lost him right there. I saw him. Did not look like a perch, though. He was silver. So, it didn't fight like a trout. So, my guess, maybe a coke. Maybe a salmon. Small salmon. 10-inch salmon or something like that. So, let's see if we can get another salmon down there. So, they do like to school. So, there's one. There's another. Oi! Okay. Let's drop them down. Let's see if we can get his attention again. Now that I know what it is, I'll get on my knees and get my arm wet. Okay, it's dropping. It's on my viewfinder now. Let's see if we can get his attention again. Or another. Didn't fight me much though. But he was thin and silver, so my guess, a coke. You know, a sockeye salmon. You can see him through the glass of the eye. Okay, we're at 13 feet now. And that would explain their interest without aggression. Trout would hit it harder. Okay, we're almost to the point. All right. We are to the point of interest. See if we can land a salmon. Such a delicious fish through the ice. This is such a clean lake too. So you really get a really good tasting fish when you pull up a sockeye. And I didn't jig it or anything. I let him come to it, and I just kept it there, and he hit it. So we got to sort of remember that next time. And that thing about ice fishing, you got a lip. And that lip will dislodge hooks really, really, really fast. So next time we'll put the tip down below the lip. I'll get them tired out, and then we'll get my arm down there and gill set them, and gill lift them. Get them. The nice thing when the ice is only 8 inches, I mean, you got a 30-inch rod, so you can get the tip down below the ice. This way you can tire them out, and you don't have to shoot them up right away out of the hole. Sometimes if I get a good shot, and I see it down there, I'll launch them like a rocket right out of the hole. I can't bring them over here. I did bring my measuring ball. Very cool, huh? This right here is an AI measuring tool. So let's take it off. Keep an eye on my bait. This, with an app, will accurately measure your fish. You just take a picture of it next to this little ball. And you take a picture of it, and then the app will measure its girth, weight, and length. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Another one. It's on top of it. Come on, get it. Oh, he went back to the bottom. I left it alone. He went back to bottom. It is a cold morning, so you get more ice since I have the door open. The hut isn't as warm as it usually is. Okay, he's still there. Here he comes. He's coming up again. He's on top of it again. I'm going to move it just a little bit. I mean, an inch. Oop, a second fish is coming up. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got a good hook set. Got a good hook set. Now it's a perch. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. The way they hit it. What in the world? On the top line. There it is. There's your perch. I missed him. How did it come out of the top eye? No, we gotta string that through that top eye. We're gonna cut this off. I'm gonna get this. I don't know how. Unless I did that last time. All right. There we go. So I have a video going right now for you guys to give me your feedback on a package. I'm going to show it to the Lake of the Woods today, see what they think of it. But I love the idea of having a drawing for those who buy my baits here at Lake of the Woods. Increase my subscribership and give them a little something, something too. I love that idea. So we're going to do that. I'll make a video, invite only type of thing. So when they scan the QR, it'll take them only to that video, and they can leave a comment and be in for a drawing. And that is how I'm going to do that. And the QR code will be in the package. Not on the outside, so we can't get any like cheaters. Come on. These jigs are so small. You know? Tiny little holes. So we're going to get that. Do a simple improved cinch knot on here. Wrap it a few times. In through the loop and then out. Oh, dang it. Came out of the loop. A little perch. 8 inches. I let them die. They're an invasive species to this lake. So I kind of just toss them out there on the ice and let them die. Let the animals eat them. You know, when I leave, the different animals and birds will come over and hit the buffet. We have a couple otters, at least we did, here at the lake. Oh, come on. Wet your line so you don't burn it when you cinch it. And this is 4-pound test, if you're wondering. That's why I can't see it. It's really, really light, really tiny. You can put it through a tiny hole, which is really hard to see. All right. We're almost there. All right. Special sauce. Tequila Sunrise, black and purple. The best for this lake in the ice fishing season. Now, most people have never heard of Tequila Sunrise. At least not in a bait. All right. We don't want another perch. We want a salmon. That's what we want. All right, so we're dropping it. We'll scoot you out from, there you go. We'll get you. There you go. You're outside now. I'm going to stick them outside. Okay, we're at what, 6 feet? 7 feet? It'd be nice if something hit it about right here. That'd be like a crappie. They like to suspend in that 6-foot realm. We have 9 different species of fish in this lake. That's what makes it so much fun. You go to our neighboring lake, Fish Lake, it's just trout. Which is great. They're big trout. But this one, I mean, you got 9 different species. There you have brown rainbow tiger. Tiger's illegal to keep. Never caught one though, but I never fish lake, so I like having a variety of fish. That's what I like. Perch like to school too, but typically they don't like to stay here. They like to. This is on their sort of highway, and they'll come from over here in Rainbow Bay up into Aspen, and basically that's how you're going to be catching them, is as they migrate, move from one side of the lake to the other. This is not a real big perch spot, and it kind of takes you to that question: do you want to catch 30 fish in a day, or just 2 or 3 big ones? Nice ones. We got a fish interested, but he did not come from bottom. He was suspended. He's on top of it right now. There's a fish coming off bottom. Yep, lost their interest. Always interests me when I see one suspended, interested in it. Little bit of a breeze coming. Let's zip this up. Now I've got my pad down here too. It's really nice. Gives my feet a little bit of grip. So I put a fender pad on here. That's draped over my '69 Dodge Charger when I had it. Love my Mopars. Love my Mopars. Now the floor is all translucent green. It's glowing. And now the tent is going to warm up nicely. Door closed. Nice long handle thingy, scoop. I like that. It's an extension rod. Got that on Temu. Not the best, but kind of convenient. Never buy anything mechanical on Temu. Ever. Just get disappointed. Somebody see it. Now, another cool thing about, this is a drop off, and we're up here. Okay. We're just below that lip. So as we, and that's another thing. As I pull my presentation up, my bait up, it's getting to that point, that shelf. So anything up here on the shelf may see it and come over to the drop-off. And that's something you have to sort of understand about where you're fishing. And that's why probably What we're seeing here is not necessarily a suspended fish, but a bottom fish, like a perch. We'll see it from the 12 feet or 15 feet over here. And when I pull it up, he's hitting bottom here, and he comes over, and it looks like a suspended fish. But he's actually working the bottom about 10 feet away. We have about 16 feet of clarity in the water right here. So that's something else when you're working a drop off. Understand that there are other bottom fish that can see it at different level, at different presentations in the water column. So sometimes I get a little confused because it looks like a suspended fish, but it was actually a bottom feeder just 10 feet away. I hope that makes sense. Working drop-offs gives you a wider variety of catches. Where we were last week, we basically were just going to be hitting trout. Here, because we got warm water fish down below, they'll come up and work the drop-off for food to keep them sustained for the winter. But they're not going to stay up here. They just come up and go back. Little drive-through restaurant. And that is what we're doing. That's why we can actually catch warm water fish, on a drop-off. And we hadn't worked a drop-off yet, so that's why I came out here. Might come out again on Friday. It takes a lot out of me to come out here, guys. This takes a lot out of me because I do it by myself. So it's like, footsteps. I hear footsteps. People do visit. here because I see, and again, we're on the drop-off, so they're probably swimming out from the drop-off, from the lip. And you can rent these here, $40. You get the tent, you get the auger, you get the sled, all for $40 for the whole day. I mean, can't beat that, guys. Really can't beat that. And it's the best tackle shop for ice fishing in the area. Is the Lake of the Woods Marina. I don't understand why other stores just don't cater to ice fishing here. I don't understand. 2 years ago, we were rated as the #1 ice fishing lake in the country. I was really proud of that. And still, our sporting goods stores do not cater to ice fishing. We have 4 lakes. We have Gerber, Diamond, this one, and Fish Lake, all pretty close. Here comes a fish. He's ready. So, 4 lakes that freeze over. And those are just the closest ones. There's more. If you don't mind driving an hour and a half or 2. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's money. And you're introducing something really cool, literally, to your customer. Somebody's augering a hole out there the hard way. They're going to really love that. In front of you guys, so I'm going to end the video because I don't want you guys to see me grimace in pain, and that's just no fun. I can't see the pole or the hole. Okay, there you go. There's my fish finder. And there's the hole and the pole. It's just a matter of setting it up right, you know. You're very welcome. So let's see if we can. Now a fish will be like red. It'll come from bottom or around it, and take that yellow. The yellow is my my bait. The little flashes of green, those are particulates in the water. So basically I can see if a fish is coming up, and I can be ready to set the hook. And that's what that is. It's called a flasher. This is a Markham M1. There might be a fish coming up. See that green in between the red and the yellow? As he comes more under the radar, it'll become red, but it wasn't a fish. Probably just particulates. So basically what I'll do is I'll jig it, and I'll move it, and then I just let it sit and see if I can get a fish's attention off bottom. And that's what I'm doing here. So now I got my tip farther down because I dropped my bait closer to the bottom. You don't have to reel it up. So maybe we can see a red flash come from that bulk of red on the bottom. That's the bottom. We have a rocky bottom here. Again, we're on a drop-off, so that's about 20 feet. Well, you definitely should try it once. Can't get easier than this. I'm sitting in a living room, kicking back in an easy chair, and I'm fishing. I mean, you just have to bring a small rod and a chair. You know, the resort has everything else for you. This resort's got everything else for you. I don't know what to do with this when I set the hook, though. So I'm trying to get you to see what I see. And I'm holding my tablet. This is a tablet. So it's big. Let's lower it a little bit. We're going to lower the bait close to bottom. Okay, now I lowered it. You saw it go towards bottom. Now I'm just going to slowly jig it. See, there you go. There you go. Just bring that out with a chair. And you can get some power bait and a jig here and everything else you need. You know, an auger, tent, sled. They have it all. So, and then the 22nd, we're still arranging it. February will be our ice fishing festival. Come on. There's got to be something down there, right? They haven't been hitting it, you know, real close to bottom. Usually 2 or 3 feet off. So that's what I did just now, is I pulled it up, reeled up in 2 turns. And let's see if I can get somebody's attention. And again, we're on the drop-off. Pull it up some more. Now we're at about 14 and a half feet. Dropping it. Between my legs. Yeah, sticky between my legs. Although you're hitting the ground if I hook a salmon or a trout or a bass or something, because then I got to get my arm wet. We only hooked that one salmon, and I lost him at the lip. Then that perch we landed. Our salmon are not very big in this lake. 10 to 14 inches typically is the sockeye in this lake. They taste great though. They really do taste great. You can see the ice. It's so... Let me look at that. And it is... Oh, here we got some interest. Watch the tip. It doesn't move much. Come on. Come on. It went back down. I'm going to drop it. There was some interest there. Might be a school of perch coming by. Come on, babies. We're going to pull it up. One turn. That brings us up about 2 feet. Again, we're 2 feet from what's directly below us, but we're probably only about 1.5 feet from the drop-off, because we're working an incline right here. So understanding where these fish are actually coming from is important. I mean, we're working a triangle is what we're doing. And the farther they go to hit your bait, the more interest they have in it. So if you're fishing right off bottom and they come up and snoop, they may not be, they're just curious. You really want to trigger more of a predatory instinct. Keep the tip in the frame just in case we get a hit. I thought we were going to get a hit there, but you're only going to see this tip move like this, like that's it. It's a really soft hit in ice fishing. It's not like warm water fishing where it just will bend your rod and you're off to the races. That's not the way it goes. When you get a hit, you just lift up to set the hook and you start reeling, and then depending on the type of fish that you get, I may dump my tip underneath the lip in order to tire out that fish, so the lip doesn't dislodge my hook, because it's just only 8 inches round. So And just about every fish that you're going to catch is bigger than the hole, at least lengthwise, not girthwise. Lift it up, let it float down. Use about a 1/64 of an ounce jig, really small, for ice fishing. Don't try to go big, don't try to go heavy, please. If you use a 1/4 ounce or an 1/8 ounce, you're just going to not catch as much. You might catch something, but it's not likely. Try some hard jerks. See if that catches anybody's attention. Try to make it fairly erratic. Don't always do one, don't always do 2 or 3. Just sort of mix it up a little bit. Fish will be hiding behind my radar screen there. So when I lift it up, I'll expose them. Sometimes that happens. He's just off to, just sort of flirting with the conical pickup of the radar. But see that piece right there that I just moved? That's my bait. The red is the bottom. But if any piece of that red breaks off, and it looks like there is, watch. Okay, we're going to get a hit. We're going to get a hit. Come on. Come on. They went back down. You've got to see that red sort of grow and then break off, and then it came closer to my bait, and that's a fish. Okay, here they come again. He's breaking off again. He's coming up. He's coming up. There's more than one. Should see that tip bend. Oh, went back down. Went back down. Come on, babies. You're interested. I'm going to pull up just a little bit. That 1/4 turn on the dial. See if we can't get more of an interest. I'm looking at my fish finder, and I got you guys between my legs. Thought we were going to get one there. Lower it just a little bit. See something moving down there, maybe. Come on. Ooh, we've got a fish above me. All right, let's see if we can get his attention. Oh, he's a good 6 feet above me. Come on. He was good. He's going down. Let's see if we can get his attention. Nice thing about an ice fishing rod, you see this little trigger right here? Oh, where are you? This trigger? That free spools me. That's nice. It's a good thing about that other reel too. It's got an underspin. It'll free spool too. I know, guy. I'm trying. At least my pain subsided. I was going to... Okay, there's some action down there. So, I am above. But what I just saw was a fish down at the very bottom. It was probably a perch. I'm going to drop it down. Soft jig it. Leave it there. See what happens. I see some movement down there. See. I'm jigging just off bottom, trying to get anything that might be down there to notice me. That's me moving it. Oh, see the fish? He came right up off bottom. And I'm waiting for him to hit. Oh, there was a nibble. Oh, he's still there, though. Still there. Oh, come on, baby. You saw him break off the bottom in the fish finder. I really thought he was going to hit it. He came up pretty good. He did nibble it, but not enough for me to set the hook. See if the bait's still on it. Yeah, it's still there. Oh, he's down there still. Oh, there's two. At least. This is where a very light bait drives you nuts a little bit, because it's not going to drop real fast. And the fish are down there. Okay, well. Not even close yet, guys. Not even close yet. Oh my God, they're probably gone. Only 10 feet. It's halfway down. Let's see if we can. Okay, we're getting approaching 15 feet. I'm really hoping they didn't swim away. Okay. We're at 16, 17. Okay. See if we can get their attention again, if they're still around. That's the problem with really light bait. You just don't get down there fast enough. But heavy bait won't get the bite. Having you guys in between the legs kind of hurts. Sorry about that. Get the power. Working. I want to hit the power button again. You did it. That's kind of fun. So this is the hole. I don't know how far down you can see down there. Let's see what we can scope. Live scope it. Nope, can't see much. Can't live scope it. Oh well. See if you guys can see bottom and see the fish. What can we do? I could put you in the net up there. Let's see if we can get a bird's eye view here. Let's see what the net will do. I can't really see. I don't know how that looks. I can't see you guys up. Let's see if I can flip it around. Alright, so we do this. So I can see what you're seeing. Look up in the net here. Okay, now, there you go. Bird's eye view. I didn't think about that earlier. So much easier for me. There you go. Bird's eye view. Got you in my cargo net. So much easier. Although if I'm in pain, then you get to see me in pain. So I have kidney disease, lung disease. I got a lot of diseases. And they don't leave me alone all the time. Sometimes it's the cold, that's why the tent is really nice for me. It warms me up. But cold air hurts my lungs pretty good, so. As it would just about anybody, it just hurts me more. And it's like a back pain. And when your lungs hurt, it shoots all the way to your back. And it hurts. And of course, kidney pains are right back here. They hurt too, kidney pains. I get a lot of pains. My pancreas is bad too. Once in a while I see a fish up at about 10 feet, right about here. I see a fish up here, which is interesting because it's probably about the lip. So the lip's over here, and it's about 12 feet. So they may swim out over the drop off and then come down. And I did see a nice sized fish earlier when I pulled it up for it. And that could be just about anything. It could be a bass that went up onto the shallows and then came back down. I've never caught a bass ice fishing. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun to catch my first species. You can see how the floor sort of, turns into this translucent green, and that's just the light hitting the ice and coming through my tent, So it's real pretty. Real pretty. Now we're fishing pretty far up, about 2/3 of the water column. Just because, once in a while I'm seeing a good sized fish come across here. And, we know what's on the bottom. The bottom's going to be perch. I really don't want to catch a lot of perch today. I want to catch, a salmon or a trout or a bass or something. Maybe even a brown trout. That would be colossal. Our browns are huge in this lake. They really are. My biggest fish in this lake's a brown. 9 pounds. 27-inch. Big, giant baby. You can hear the lake. Like I said, it's like having an upset stomach. That's what it's like. And then once in a while, it'll thunderclap. That's a break. Hope you guys like that angle. That's a better angle than the other spot. Yeah, that's the fish finder right there. So, I don't know if you can see it from that angle or not. Probably not. Maybe you can see it better that way. You can snowmobile on the lake now. It's pretty safe. Although it's all ice, so. Next week, when we get some snow, we get a blanket of snow on it. People will be out here snowmobiling like crazy. You might want to try that a different bait. Let me look. See what we can muster up. This one worked pretty good the other day, but it's not working really good today. So, got my fanny pack. Nice thing about ice fishing, you don't need a lot of big stuff. Too big. We'll go chartreuse. Yeah, that's big. I can just bite off some of it. I got mouse tails. Bugs. Got white now. That looks like it might do okay. This is about as small a curly tail as you could possibly buy. I'm going to try a curly tail. There is a small current here because of the spring, and the curly tail might just work because there's a little bit of current here. So, I like to work it on the way up just to see if anything's going to see this. Oh, there's a fish breaking off bottom. Alright, he's breaking off bottom. There's two of them breaking off bottom right now. Coming up to it. Well, you guys can see that. We should get it. There's a bite. Come on. Come on, they're going back down. They went back down. Came up, nibbled, went back down. Stupid fish. All right, I'm going to pull you up. Okay. We gonna pull you up. If you live locally, you're always welcome in my tent. Gotta bring a chair though. I only bring one chair. I only bring one chair. Because they're heavy, especially this chair. This chair's heavy because it leans back, the recliner. Just in case I want to take a nap. This baby will lay out. So, special sauce. Gotta put special sauce on it. Not even the size of a pea. Alright. Put that on very good, didn't I? Here we go. Alright. This is the tiniest ribbon tail you can ever do. A little heavier than the other one. It's dropping faster. You can see it drop on the radar. Sometimes it's just a recipe, We could try a different power bait too. I mean, I've got several, but I really like my tequila sunrise. Nice thing about keeping the tent dark too, it keeps the holes dark. And that's nice. You can catch more fish. Although we're not doing too good on this drop-off idea today. But that's the thing about trying different spots. You never know what you're going to get. Catch a 5-pound brown. That's your day right there. It doesn't really matter what you do. We're definitely not skunked, though. Now I can't read what y'all are saying. You're way up there. Way above my head. Hmm. Let's see how much. See a flash down there. These are really nice bibs too because they got knee pads in them. You can remove them if you want, but because you get down on your knees. Darker color. Some of my business cards are in here. They're wet. I want a wet business card. I always lose my business cards. Looking for a specific jig. There it is. Believe it or not, this jig, 1/80th of an ounce. Because it is so light, it actually has motion in the water. So we're going to go from 1/64th of an ounce to 1/80th of an ounce. You know what? We're going to set up this other rod because I wanted to test this other rod's, this new reel. So we're going to just leave this guy down. And we're going to set this guy up. Kind of. This. I think we're okay. Keep an eye on that fish finder. Not a very good reel, so doesn't look like a bad rod. A little stiff. So that's a problem with this rod, perhaps. Get a good hook set, but you're not going to see. But I have a fish finder, so we're good. So now we got this underspin. It's a Daiwa. Daiwa underspin. Yeah, that works. Keep an eye on that. I'm going to see if this underspin can handle 1/80th of an ounce. It is a lot to ask. They reel and a line. We're dead sticking that thing right now. I hate dead sticking. It's for those who like to take a nap. Okay, we're in. Looks like we got some interest. See if we can catch a fish real quick. He's coming up. He's on top of it. And he's going back down. Oh, maybe I got his attention with that jig. Definitely a fish there. Alright, let's get you jigged up. Really tiny jig. Do I not have a hole? Yeah, I do. Just can't see it. There's that fish again. He's still down there. Just jump up onto that hook, buddy. Well, let me fight this hole. That's the problem with me. Try fly fishing. It's really hard for me too. I can't seem to fit this line. Oh, I got it. I got it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get it. I thought I got it. Oh, I was so excited for a second. Alright, let's try it again. It's so hard to see this tiny little hole. Do I have a hole in it? I think the paint is in it. Ah, I got it. It looks like I got a hole again. Go ahead. Did I get it? I got it. I want you to know that's exciting. Just get it in the hole, Mike. All right. Don't lose the tag end. I'm trying not to hook my tongue. Nice thing about little hooks, they pull out real easy. Big hooks, they got bigger barbs. Big hooks, little tougher to pull out of your tongue. You know, your tongue is the only organ that is exposed. All the other organs are hidden by skin. Not your tongue. That's an exposed organ. All right. Let's make sure I got a good knot. There we go. And now we're going to go purple. These things, such a stretchy plastic. It's really hard for me to sometimes get it on the jig over that little hook, you know, that holds it. I did it. Okay, secret sauce. Looks like we've got a fish interested in the one down there. Let's see if he hits it. He's not necessarily right under it though. We've got some action down there, so we're going to drop one. This. We'll test out a brand new reel. Test out a brand new reel. Will it drop? No. So this one I'm going to have to hand feed it. The difference between an ice fishing reel. So we're going to basically, we're going to pull the trigger. Might just be too heavy a line. Looks like it's about 6 pounds, so we need to put in a lighter line to this. And that sometimes is the difference between using that really light bait. Okay, so we're dropping this baby down. It feels like it's about 6 pounds. I was hoping it would work, but I didn't re-spool it. It's stuck up with some ice right here. There it goes. Come on. Other rod. This is sort of stuck on the ice. Oh. Come on. Line. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, you see the big difference between this reel and the other reel. Even though it's a Daiwa, it needs 2 pounds test, I think. We're just lowering. It's a very light lure. Really light jig. Okay, we're in the sweet zone. Try to break this one in, and then we'll go back to my other one. So this is the Daiwa 40XD underspin. Basically, it's a spin caster with a free spool lever. Really nice, actually. Like I said, I think it'll work. I think you need to put 2 pound test on it though, because this feels like a 6 pound. We wanna break it in. Yeah. Catch a fish on it. This is a high quality setup here. This is about $100 setup. This one. This is about $60 setup. Most of it going to the reel. That's a $40 reel. Set that drag appropriately. First time using this reel, so okay, we got a fish on bottom. Come on. set you up with this setup. I like mule fishing's jigs. Really sharp hook. What else I got in here? Some I colored. Some jigs that I made. Oh, we got a fish interested, of course. Came off bottom. Just keep an eye on him. He's still down now. Nailed it the first time. We're going to show you how the difference in gear makes, because gear does make a big difference sometimes. That moved me. That crack, that rupture just moved me, guys. I don't know if you guys caught that, but if you rewind a second, that was a rupture in the lake. And it actually moved my chair. Now, we're still very safe on ice, so don't worry too much. You know, we got 8 inches of clear ice under us, but that could have been close, it could have been far. We just don't know, do we? Because it resonates through the entire lake. That's why I heard it travel. But that definitely created a rupture in the lake. Now, if you're wondering, you know, why didn't I freak out too much? Is we're going to use the exact same bait setup on the different gear, different line. And the reason being is that the ice is growing thicker and thicker. Well, there's nowhere for the ice and water. It expands, so it's got to go someplace, right? As it expands, right? So these ridges start to appear up in the lake. These are the ruptures, because it's got to release that expansion someplace, and that's what you heard. You heard basically an ice quake just now, I guess is what I would call it, an ice quake. And it will scare the crap out of a rookie. We'll be running off of the ice and screaming and yelling. All right, so this is the exact same setup that's on this one. Now, we got lighter line and a better reel and a better rod. So we're going to reel this guy up slowly. See if we can't get some attention to it. Then we're going to drop this other one down. And it's real important. Line weight is very important. It allows these little jigs, 1/80th of an ounce jigs, to float. Okay? Line, it has weight to it. Physical weight. And it will keep our lure from working. So now we're going to drop this exact same setup. And in this, you can see I do the free spool, and it's actually lowering it at its own rate. So that's how slow this bait actually, it's so light. Still sinks, but it actually has life. It's floating down. We're at 4 feet. Not even. It's just going down slowly but surely. We're letting it be its own, just letting it do its thing. We're at 5 feet now. And this is the lighter line. Lighter line will let the reel do this. If this was heavier line, it wouldn't. Case in point, my other rod. Almost to 10 feet. Again, this is the lightest jig I got, which is 1/80th of an ounce. You can see it. This is a really good spool. And when you can have 1/80th of an ounce, turn that spool. You've got really good bearings in here, and it does really, really well. And again, it's letting the jig do its thing. Not even, we're approaching 14 feet. Exact same setup as that one. Almost at 15 feet. Just past 15. And again, it's letting it go. And it's just floating down. Basically, this thing is doing this on the way down. We're about to stop it because I'm going to pull up on the tip a bit. Okay. There we go. Now, exact same setup. Better rod, much better reel. It's a $60 reel as opposed to a $40 reel. So it's 50% more in cost, but it is really designed to do ice fishing with really light jigs. Now this one, this is a big, that particular reel is good for everything, but we really got to put 2-pound test on it. Let's cover this. Let's darken up our room a bit. I don't have a multi-rod license, so we can't leave both of them down there. I'm just going to let it dead stick for a minute or two. Just kick back, relax. You can hear it. Sounds like we're going to get another rupture. It's growing. The ice is growing. Well, should take a picture of the ice. Should take a picture of the ice for the ice fishing group. Hmm. That's my bait. It's like, what? I see something? Just kick back, I guess. Kick back. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not as, I came to a different spot. I just wanted to try it. That's all. Yeah, we'll see. There is some fishing here, but Friday we'll go to a perch spot. This way you guys will see me catch a ton of fish. It's usually the way it works. Usually the way it works. Wait, see her. Well, you just gotta not pay attention to it. I saw something down there. Just don't pay attention to it. That's the important part to fishing. Eat something, drink something. Don't pay attention to it. Checking my email messages. Check my Facebook, I guess. Sounds like somebody's approaching. It's hard to tell. I posted an update on this. You can hear footsteps from across the lake. Try not to step on your rods. Let's see. Yeah, there's some people out there. I'll say humans. I see humans out there. Also ice fishing. We're getting out of that catch time. But we were catching some trout about now last week. You see something up here? Ooh. Maybe a crop. I don't know if you guys can hear all that cracking. But we got really good ice here, so we're good. Can't get bored listening to this. Somebody ever ask you if water is alive? Play this bit back to them. Because it's definitely living right now. Sounds like it's just outside the door. There's a huge rupture right there. It happens every year right there. Looks like a mountain range on the lake. A little one. It's about this tall. That one startled me because I was so focused on this fish. What could be a fish? That one startled me. Like a zipper. Could be a quarter mile away. You really don't know. But if it ruptures, breaks the ice, it pushes all the ice. And so you feel it, even though it could be the other side of the lake. It's like hearing somebody's footsteps, and they're on the shore. These are ice quakes. Good old ice quakes. Open this window. See if there's any. Dang, can I skate this lake right now? Okay, there's a fish. Come on. Oh, he's interested. Come on. He came up, looked at it. He was curious, not interested, I guess. curious about something. I put it in my bag. I've never tried it. Yeah, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. You would work on that rod. Because you're heavier. Break, break, break. Nope. Thought I had an interest. Alright. This is going to be a total experiment. We'll either break this thing in on a good one. This is just a stupid idea. It's quite entertaining listening to the lake. Really entertaining. Okay, so we're going to put you aside. We will drop you down. You are quite interesting. I should drop fast. There it is. Goes against logic, this one. It sounded like it. Yeah, this is kind of a dumb idea, this one. That was a stupid idea, but that, don't know if it's stupid until you try it. Hey. Hey. There we go. Buzz with it. Go with a different power bait and some sting on it. Catch a catfish. We do have catfish. That'll be funny. Wind's picking up. Let's shut the door. I can see it. Let's see if we can watch it all the way down. You guys probably see it. See what the water clarity is when I start losing it. Still see it. Sight fishing. All the way, keep going. Still see it, barely. 14 feet. Yeah, we're at 14 feet, maybe 15 feet clarity. Yep, 15 feet. That's the visibility we have in the water. You see 15 feet in this water. Nothing big. Bummer. I even figured out a good viewing angle for you. Well, I apologize, guys. Just wasn't a very active spot, except for ice. You hear a lot of ice breaking. I mean, it's just cracking. It's not really breaking. All lakes do that. Alright. My poor tablet's battery is probably about dead. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Respond to anybody. All right. I don't know. I'm sorry. He's still in you. Good to see you, King. Timmy. Yeah. Well, I can't read anything from that view. So, yeah, we can have 5 here, but only if I have a multi-line, and I am not running to a pop-up. I just ain't got it in me. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. We'll see you guys out on the ice another day.